Your true nature is light, effortless, and playful. You are meant to feel light, effortless, playful, and free. That is your true nature, and that is who you're meant to be, and what you can experience, what you can choose to experience at all times. That is the truth of who you are. And you can see this in nature. In nature, nothing ever is heavy with their own problems, with their own situation, with their own fighting for their own circumstances. Everything is in union, everything is in harmony with the all that is. You can look at the water is flowing freely, just as gravity has its effect upon the water. The sunlight is just shining. It's not trying, it's liberating its light onto everyone without trying to only have for one thing, but then not have the light toward another. The sun doesn't judge, the sun just falls. The trees just listen to the seasons. When fall, autumn time comes, they shed their leaves. Everything, if you look at in nature, is just light and effortless. There is no trying. But as humans, in our own minds, we are used to this conditioned mind that thinks that life is supposed to be hard, that things are supposed to be hard, that if it's not hard, the first level is that if it's not hard, then you are doing something wrong. It says that if life is not hard for you, if life is not hard, you need to push harder, you need to try harder, right? Again, there is this judgment that is always pressuring you to go next thing and next thing and next thing, next project, next plan, next to-do thing on to-do list. Always striving for this next thing, looking for this next thing. It's exhausting. And then there is also this belief that if things are too easy for you, then you must be lazy. Then you must be not doing well. And I used to have this judgment among my spiritual journey. Whenever I took time off or slow down, my mind would be like, but you don't deserve that rest. You can't have that rest yet. Things are not supposed to be easy, right? But if you actually look at who you are and this little child that came out of your mom's womb, you were light, you were effortless. And of course, you wanted that food and shelter, but there was not much of like, I need to try, I need to get that food, I need to try. There is no sense of I that comes with it. It's just your body. It's just the body expressing. It's just the body expressing its need, the body asking, the body expressing, the body being. And when you actually look within, you will see that all there is the need, all that we need. The need is just the body doing its thing. But the mind identifies with it. The mind says that if I can't have that next thing, that next paycheck or the next bunch of money, then I won't be safe. Then I won't have food. Then I won't have this. So before things actually even happen, the mind is suffering. The mind is predicting the possibilities of what could go wrong. And that in itself is heaviness. And so we believe that we have to stay heavy in order to be safe, in order to be loved, in order to be okay. We think that this heaviness is the antidote. But if you actually look at nature, nature has no heaviness. It's just lightness. It's listening to the seasons, it's listening to the wind, the sunlight. All there is just listening and being with what is. And that is where our inner lightness is. We can feel light. We can feel effortless, regardless of what we are doing. Regardless of if we have to do a job, go to a job, we can still have that sense of inner lightness, inner effortlessness. That inner effortlessness and lightness can never leave us. It is pure presence. It is pure awareness. But what makes it heavy is the judgment of the mind layering on top. The judgments that says that things should happen a certain way. There is a control to it. That is what makes things hard. And of course, just like leaves, if they are resisting themselves from falling from the tree in autumn season, fall season, of course it's going to be hard. Of course life is going to be hard if we are resisting life. Or if we are clinging onto life, if the leaves are like, I don't want to go, I need to cling onto the branch, that is also going to be hard. So you will see that the only two things that are making life hard is the resistance to something or clinginess to what is. Clinginess to our circumstances, clinginess to outcomes, or resisting certain circumstances, resisting what is happening instead of being with what is. And this pure being doesn't ask, doesn't demand. And it makes everything lighter. It makes everything lighter because you're not doing it for life, trying to work your life from a place of fixing. But instead, you are pure being. And you can see that all that we need to do is to carry our inner being. Carry our inner being from task to task, from thing to thing, even if we have a to-do list. It's just a carryover of our inner being, this inner light, this presence, this love of who we are. And that is pure effortlessness. You can still feel effortless. You can feel effortless even when there are things yet to do. And however, when we are resisting what is, when we are saying that we shouldn't do this, when we are opposing life, then it becomes hard. Because the one who's opposing life is the mind that thinks it's capable, but it's actually, in truth, it has very little in control. It doesn't even know for sure of what will happen to you the next day. The mind has very little control. And so we have to, all there is to do is to carry our being into what life presents to us. And I saw this lightness even as I record this YouTube video. when I was approaching from the place of like, I have to do it, I have to film the YouTube video, I have to make a piece of content a day, then it becomes heavy. But when I am like from the space of, it's just, let's just be with. Can we sit with what is? Can we just be? Just be with the camera. Just be with the ideas of what God wants to present. Just be with listening, just listening moment to moment. And you'll see that expression, anything that you need to do comes from a place of effortlessness, comes from a natural cadence. It's like as though you are being supplied by life. Life is supplying everything that you need to do. You need to know anything that you need. All there is a matter of listening. Listening and being a vessel for life to act upon you. Because there truly is nowhere to go and nowhere to be. All there is to do is to be with life, dance with life, moment to moment. And that is your effortlessness.